Are you ready for some very bougie fragrances? Today I am going to share with you my first impression on Roja. This is part of my British brand series where I discover, share my thoughts and also do some buying guides on British brands. I already covered so many brands, Miller Harris, Ormond Jane, a lot of brands. So if you love British perfumery or you are curious about it, I will leave link down below the playlist so you can check all the other brands buying guides that I did during this year. But before going through the fragrances, I have a confession to make. I did a first impression on one of the collections from Roja way back when I started this channel, and honestly, I don't remember a lot, and I never revisited the discovery set again. Maybe because, you know, the price tag of Roja is not very easy. And to be honest, the other discovery sets that I have here, I did not test. And I was postponing this video so many times because I am afraid to fall in love with the fragrances. My first impression when I did the video way back, I don't remember specific fragrances. I can only share with you what I thought about the brand in general. I loved that he is creating fragrances that are, I don't want to say old school in the sense that they smell vintage, but they have this abstract, this complexity that I love specifically in French perfumery. I know it's a British brand, but this is what I associate with classic French perfumery. So you can't really pinpoint the notes in many of the cases. The fragrance smells just good. Think about Chanel, for example, specifically the old fragrances. You can't really pinpoint what you are smelling. They smell very sophisticated, very complex, and I love that he is creating these kind of fragrances. I find like the trend nowadays is quite straightforward fragrances and in many times synthetic. And from what I remember, this is not the case of this brand. So most probably I am going to love it, and I'm really afraid, I have to admit, because I can't help myself. Like, I know even if a fragrance is very expensive, but if I love it, I know I am going to cave in sooner or later. Now, enough chatting, let's get into the fragrances. And I have here 3 discovery sets. So I have the one that I tested before. So this is the Essence de Parfum. I think this is the feminine collection. Then I have the Oud collection. And finally, I have Winter Wonders Fragrance Library. So I think we can begin with the fragrances that I've tested before. Again, from a memory, I very liked, almost loved one. But as I said, I was like keeping myself from retesting the fragrances so I don't fall in love with them. So let's start with the first one, which is 51. That's quite a heady white floral that definitely reminds me of old school fragrances, like old school perfumery. Again, not in the sense that it is vintage smelling at all. I'm smelling here tuberose, the ylang ylang, maybe jasmine and other white florals. It's again a concoction of many white florals I can see, and maybe yellow florals. Like, I can really smell, what I can detect is the ylang ylang and tuberose. And I believe it's like a ambery base. If I'm not mistaken, when these fragrances were released, or this set, people used to love this one. I'm not sure. For me, it's a little bit too heady. And the ylang ylang here is not the ylang ylang that I like, but I can see how people may like this fragrance so much. If you love heady, it's not totally heady, like slightly heady white florals. You love tuberose, ylang ylang. I think you'll like this one. Next we have Reckless. Oh, that is beautiful. This is a very bright orange blossom fragrance with, I would want to say, also some ylang ylang. It has a little bit like some yellow floral touch. It's so beautiful. I can smell also vanilla here. There's a nice musky base. It's so beautiful. And again, very complex. It smells like rich, like very, very rich. I like this one. I think, I'm not sure, when I first started these fragrances, I didn't like this one because I didn't like Orange Blossom at that point. But now, I really like this one. By the way, now I remembered, this is the Femme collection, because the same collection has one for women and one for men, and I believe they have the same name. So this collection is all feminine. Next, we have Scandal. I think this also was quite hyped. I'm not sure. I feel like the hype of Roja on YouTube at least really died down, and I don't understand why. Again, this is like 51. We are speaking about quite a heady take on white florals. Again, I'm smelling tuberose, but I think I'm smelling also gardenia. It's a little bit slightly green. It's very strong, very feminine, and very like a lady with a fur coat. Yeah, I can see this fragrance on a lot of these ladies in Milan that have this fur coat, like a little bit older ladies. This is a fragrance that I think if you are like a real tuberose lover, you will love. It's very beautiful, actually. The more I am smelling it, the more I like it. But again, I'm not a friend of tuberose, so it's not for me, but actually I would highly recommend it if you love that scent profile. Next, we have, I believe, the one that I liked, which is Elixir. No, it doesn't seem like it. But maybe at that time I liked these kind of fragrances. It's a little bit fruity. I can smell sandalwood, I think, in the base. It's more of a rosy scent. Quite nice. Like maybe on my skin, I will like it. It has a little bit of this berryish smell to it. And slightly powdery. This is, from the ones that I've tested, I think as the ones that I like the most. But it doesn't stand out like the rest, in my opinion. Like the rest are really stand out fragrances. This is a little bit, I wouldn't say generic, but something that I can smell in other fragrance, from other fragrance brands, let's say. Next we have Risqué. That's very classic. Cheaper-like fragrance. It's very earthy. So it's not for everyone. It's a little bit for a mature lady in a way. But very, very, very classy. It's not for me. It's not something that I can see on younger generations, but it's a gorgeous, classy, lady-like scent. If you love cheaper-like fragrances, there must be oak moss in this fragrance for sure. Next one is Enigma. Was this one the one that was hyped? Oh my god, I am confusing myself. It's not important. I don't care about hype, and neither should anyone, because like for me, for example, majority of hyped fragrances do not work out for me. Let's see this one. That is very beautiful and totally right up my alley. There is a concoction of flowers, maybe, I'm not sure. Some geranium, so I guess rose and geranium maybe. It's warm, slightly sweet, but not too warm or too sweet. Very classic, but not like Elixir, where I am saying it's a little bit like vintage, not vintage, but old lady-like. This is very modern and very like flirtatious in a way. It has also like a fruity touch, I can see. I love this one. I love this one. Is it like a love at first sniff? I would say no, but it's a very beautiful scent. I must try this fragrance once I finish this video. Last one from this collection that I have is Danger. Also, this one is quite nice. This is a little bit aldehydic in a way. Very in the vibe of just fragrances that I bought recently, like 1932, 1957 from Chanel, Cartier Carat. So we are talking about this very bright, a little bit aldehydic, floral fragrance that is not your typical one. It's so nice. It has this old-fashioned vibe to it, but it's still very modern. I like it. Do I prefer it to, what was the other one that I liked? Enigma? No. I definitely prefer Enigma to this one. Do I prefer it to the other fragrances that I've mentioned? No. I still prefer these fragrances. But again, we are talking about the first impression. So these kind of fragrances behave totally different on skin than on paper. I can see that it can be a little bit old-fashioned for some. For me, it's still quite on the modern side, but it's not for a younger generation, let's say. So next we have the Winter Wonder Fragrance Library. And this I've never tested. I don't even know what fragrances are included here. I don't know if they are hyped, if they are not. No idea. This is totally a blind first impression. So first one, again, Elixir. Why do we have two Elixir? Okay, it seems like a lot of fragrances have the same name, but instead of Essence du Parfum, this is Parfum. So I think these are the most expensive ones. But again, we are talking about feminine collection. It's written Parfum. So let's start with the Elixir. I want to say it doesn't have anything to do with the Essence de Parfum, like it's different in a way, maybe. Like I can see, like I really can see that these are related. This is very like fresh and more sweet. This is quite dark. It's not totally like from a different family. This is much more pleasant, like the Essence de Parfum. It's much more pleasant. This is a little bit too, again, vintage smelling to my nose a little bit compared to the other one. But it's very nice actually. Again, I'm smelling this fruits, florals, sandalwood. I believe I'm smelling quite a predominant sandalwood here. It's also slightly powdery. I want to say, I'm smelling iris here, but I'm not sure. It's a little bit too predominant for my personal liking. Is it iris or violet? Wait a second. No, it seems like violet, not iris. And I'm not a fan of violet in general. So this one is not like my favorite one. I do love the original, like not the original, like the Essence de Parfum. I believe these are the original one and the other one are like the flankers. Tell me in the comments down below. Again, we have the same fragrance, 51. Let's see how it smells and how does it compare to the Essence de Parfum. Oh, that's very strong. But in this case, I feel like I love the Parfum version to the Essence de Parfum. The scent profile is not mine in both of the cases, but here I feel like it's more related than Elixir. Here, yeah, they are definitely the same fragrance, different concentration. While with the Elixir, you know what? Now they are becoming quite similar. At the beginning, no. I'm not smelling so much the violet, but it's still very, very amped up here. So I can tell you it's the same like Essence de Parfum, so very classic ladylike scent. If you love heady white florals and yeah, and you're looking for a strong fragrance, it seems very strong. Like these fragrances are not here to play, it seems. Next we have Enigma. I'm very curious how this one will smell in the parfum. No difference. It's just an amped up version. For now, I have to wait for the dry down. I'm saying I like the Essence de Parfum more. I love more of a fresh take, but it may develop quite nicely in the dry down. So let's wait and see. Next we have Danger again. And with this one, it's the last ones that are in common with the other collection. Let's see, Danger. Now, I think I prefer it here. Where is Danger? Where are you? They smell also a little bit different. Like some of the fragrances, you just smell like a different concentration. And with this one, there is a slight difference here. It still smells quite aldehydic, like clean, old school. I like the parfum version much more. It's beautiful. It's beautiful if you love that scent profile. It's very good. Very, very good. Next one is a new one. So quite excited, especially that it is Gardenia. And Gardenia is a flower that I usually like if it's not indolic. If it's indolic, no, not for me at all. Let's see. It's a little bit almost, I want to say spicy. And honestly, I'm not smelling gardenias. I'm smelling jasmine. Jasmine, a little bit powdery, clean, spicy. But it's a little bit toned down. Like when I first sprayed, I got a lot of spice. But now it's a little bit more toned down. I kind of like it. Yeah, this fragrance, if I would have tested it, I would say 2 years ago, I would be head over heels. 4 years ago, for sure, I would have bought the fragrance. Now I'm a little bit over jasmine, but let me tell you, this is very good. Very good stuff. Next we have Amber Oud. This is so strong, I didn't even get the blotter near my nose and it's piercing. Very, very strong. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's a little bit smoky and it's warm. You definitely get oud, but it's very toned down in a way, but still has a presence. It's still a high quality one. Like you can smell it right from the start. This is not the cheap stuff. It's ambery. I want to say I'm smelling also some cinnamon here. It's so beautiful. I wonder what's the smoky touch. It's not smoky. It's almost like burnt, like there is a burning smell in the background. Almost like you are smelling oud that is like in the, how it's called, like when they burn the oud, not as a perfume. Yeah, it has this touch. I want to smell, I'm smelling also something earthy. It's so beautiful. And now I am getting the rose. This is a rose oud combination, but it's exquisite. Exquisite. Oh my God. This is the real stuff, guys. This is very rich. Rich, very like true Middle Eastern without smelling cheap. Without being also too offensive or too real modern. It's a little bit westernized in a way. Man, oh, I love this one. This is so good. Is it something for me personally? No, but highly recommend this fragrance. This is exquisite, really. Very, very, very good. Very good. Wow. I believe this is so hyped and it is... they said it smells like, I think, croissant and oud. This is Sweetie Oud. I heard a lot about this one. Let's see. But I think it was mostly hyped by men. Yeah, I think I've heard more men talk about this one. I can smell it. And it smells beautiful. Oh, oh. Oh, 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 that is... Forget about the cheap stuff, guys. This is the real thing. Damn it. Damn it. I didn't want to like Roja. But I do. This is heavenly. It smells beautiful. It's a gourmand take on oud, but without being edible, too gourmand, too sweet. The oud is not too offensive. Like, I wouldn't say it's like an introduction into oud. Like if you are not into oud fragrances, this is your first round. I wouldn't say that this is the best pick for you, but it's not challenging either. I'm in love. This one, love at first sniff. I get it. I get the hype. It's just something else. I almost can smell like something honey in it. Yeah, there is something like honey, like cinnamon, spicy, woody, but there is also this almost gourmand aspect. I think this is my favorite one. I can also smell the cardamom, but it's not like the sharp with a leather facet cardamom. It's just delicious. It's just so beautiful. Very beautiful. And now I'm smelling something aromatic green about it, which makes it a little bit more of a unisex, leaning slightly masculine for me. But definitely a fragrance that deserves all the hype. This is, unfortunately for me, a winner. But still, I am happy because although I really like this fragrance so much, it's a little bit of a special occasion fragrance, so it's not like I have a lot of occasions to wear this one. I want to see if Roja offers like a travel size. If, I think this is one that I will add. Yeah. Next, we have the Oud collection, which has a fragrance that we have already tested, Sweetie Oud. Next one is UAE. I have a feeling this one is going to be masculine. Let's see. Oh yeah, definitely masculine. This is, again, the real stuff. Like, yeah, this is like Dubai. It smells really like Dubai. I have to say, this is a little bit too challenging for me personally, but I can see that people who are really into oud will absolutely love it. To me, it's also quite masculine, quite aromatic, slightly green. And there is a note that I can't really pinpoint. What is this? There's definitely geranium, but there is also something else. I can't really put my fingers on it. It's not as Sweetie Oud, it's not warm, it's not comforting, it's also less spicy than that one. Definitely a fragrance that I would recommend for true oud lovers. It's very, very good. Very, very good. But for me, not so much. Oh, now I am realizing that there are a couple of fragrances that are for a destination. So that one was UAE, and this one is the Sultanate of Oman. Will be their frankincense. Let's see. That's a little bit more of an ambery take in a way, and it's also quite balsamic. Again, we are talking about a little bit of a masculine oud. This is also slightly something aromatic going on here. It's also kind of woody, so it's not only oud here. Definitely a total different fragrance. Definitely different, but I think I like the opening was quite nice. I loved it more than the United Emirates one, but this one, in the drawdown, I like the one from for the United Emirates more. Next we have Qatar. Yeah, I definitely prefer this one. This is also quite unisex. It's a little bit more sweet and fluffy and easygoing. Not as easygoing as Sweetie Oud, but it definitely is more playful. It's, yeah, it has a feminine side to it. I can't tell you where like the sweetness is coming from. I think this is also again a rose and oud combination. I like this one much, much more. But it can't compete with Sweetie Oud. But good job. 3 fragrances. I was never in Qatar, nor in Oman, unfortunately. I would really love to visit Oman. at least for the United Arab of Emirates, he captured kind of the city of Dubai, let's say. Like, I didn't visit all of them, but Dubai I did. And yeah, it's kind of, yeah, how I would create a fragrance for them. Next we have Enigma Oud. I will compare it with the other one. Yeah, you can see that it is a take on the Enigma with Oud. So it's kind of deeper version of Enigma, which I really like. I have to say I like this one quite a bit. It's very, although an oud fragrance, it's quite easy going for an oud fragrance. Like, I can picture, it's quite versatile. It's a fragrance that I can wear in different occasions. It's not, like with Sweetie Oud, I would not picture this fragrance unless in a special occasion, like at night. Wouldn't wear that fragrance during the day. I like it, but I can't shake the feeling that the oud version of Enigma reminds me of I have to say it, a designer fragrance, but I just can't say what it is. It's a very nice fragrance, very, very nice. But honestly, for this one, I wouldn't pay like the price tag of Roja. But for Sweetie Oud, I have to say, it's kind of worth it in a way. Okay, these were all the fragrances. Am I missing something? Because the rest in the discovery set are duplicates. That I have another one. I have here another one. Okay, another Amber Oud. So no, I finished all the fragrances that I have currently. Of course, right up my alley is the collection of Essence de Parfum, because it's lighter, it's softer, and I am into this kind of fragrances specifically now. What I absolutely love is, of course, hands down, Sweetie Oud. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's just gorgeous. Highly recommended for those who love the scent profile. Oh my god. Like 10 out of 10, nothing to say here, definitely worth it. Also, I would say Amber Oud is something. It's really something. It's very, very beautiful. Does it compete for me with Sweetie Oud? No, but it's very, very beautiful. In general, I would say the winner for me is Enigma. I like it in the fresh format, in the parfum, like in the essence parfum, in the parfum, and also in the ouds. Like, it's very, very nice. Now that I am resniffing it, I am smelling peach. And I love peach in fragrances. It's fruity, it's rose, a fruity rose. I really like it. I also like quite a bit elixir. But no, I believe I prefer Enigma. Yeah, Enigma is better for me. So these were, I would say, the winners for me personally. Am I going and buying a Roja perfume? No. And I'm fortunate that it's not like a versatile fragrance. Otherwise, it would have been immediately put in my wish list. It's so beautiful. I will definitely see if Roja offers like a travel size or something for this fragrance, and maybe Enigma, let's say. If it's a travel size, why not? Let's see. Anyway, my final thoughts about the brand. 100% is what you would expect with the brand. Roja is quite a name. He creates fragrances for the most prestigious places you can imagine. Very, very talented. And I'm confirming what I said at the beginning of the video. The fragrances are very in the vibe what I love, like this complicated, a little bit abstract kind of creations, which I absolutely adore. I have to admit, like, Roja is not exactly what I associate with British perfumery, at least from the things that I have smelled to now. It's quite French to me, but French or British, it's a beautiful, beautiful brand. Very, like, if you see the presentation of the bottles and everything. If you are into also like the aesthetic of the bottle, not only the juice, you can't go wrong. It's very, very, very beautiful, the packaging, everything. I saw a lot of unboxing of Roja's perfumes and they are exquisite, let's say. And I don't know why he is not getting any more the hype that he got at the beginning. I don't know. It's kind of a mystery for me. So I am definitely recommending this brand. The price tag is quite hefty, I know, but I can't lie, like the fragrances are very good. I can see the talent, the quality, the packaging, everything is like 10 out of 10. I saw a lot of very hyped brands. Maybe they have a good packaging, but the juice, I would never pay that amount of money. Like if I had occasions to wear Sweet Yaourt, I think I would invest in a full bottle of it. Like, it's just because my lifestyle doesn't have a lot of occasions where I can wear this fragrance. So I am limiting myself to maybe a travel size, maybe if he offers several sizes. But otherwise, I would have invested in a full bottle. Amber Oud is also so beautiful. And I have a hunch, tell me in the comments down below, that his masculine creations is even better. Like, I have like this hunch. Tell me if I am right or wrong about that. So that was my first impression, kind of Roja Parfum. 10 out of 10, I would definitely recommend this brand. Tell me in the comments down below if you have tested any of Roja's perfumes, which one is your favorite. Is there a fragrance that I didn't test here that I should? Please tell me in the comments. And again, I have the playlist linked down below if you want to watch any of the previous episodes of my British brand series. We are approaching the end of the year, so there are not a lot of brands that are left to talk about that I have in my collection that I can speak of. So definitely stay tuned for some buying guides. Specifically, Ormond Jane is a fragrance house that I absolutely loved as a first impression, and I am dedicating for it a buying guide. I'm still working on it, but as soon as I complete the collection, I will definitely film it and upload that video. And also stay tuned for a Penhaligon's buying guide and also the recap of the series. So everything that I've learned during this year about British perfumery, what I liked, what I didn't, the best from each brand, everything. The best, the worst fragrances from each brand. So definitely don't forget to subscribe if you didn't already and to hit the notification bell so you will get notified when I upload any new video. Thanks a lot for watching and see you next time. Ciao!